Hello students, in the last video we started our chapter, that is the cell, the fundamental unit of life. Now I told you that in the next video we are going to study about the cell wall and the nucleus, but before that there is one topic which is left for the semi-permeable membrane, the plasma membrane. Actually the three cases were there. Now what happens if we put, I'm going to start my video. So what happens if we put an animal cell or a plant cell in water or in sugar solution? So on the board, I draw the three containers: the container number A, the container number B, and the container number C. Now, in the first case, in the first container, I put the animal cell or the plant cell in water. Animal cell or plant cell in the water. Now what happens? Outside the cell, the concentration of the water or the solvent. Solvent is that portion in which the solute is dissolved. Solvent is the portion of the solution. Yesterday I told you that if we take a glass of water and if we put some salt or sugar, this water is acting as a solvent and these two are acting as a solute, and the mixture which is formed is called solution. So here the concentration of water is more outside the plant cell, and here inside the cell there are so many other substances also which are known to be solutes, and with the solute, the solvent is there, the water is there. So water is the medium in which all the solutes were dissolved. So inside the cell or inside this animal cell or the plant cell, whatever it is, the concentration of water is less. The concentration of water is less. The concentration of solid is more. Here solid is not there, so the concentration of water is more. So in this case, what happens? Now in the previous section I told you about the process of osmosis. So osmosis is a process in which the movement of water is there from the high concentration to low concentration. Now in this case also, the movement of water from outside the cell, is inside the cell, towards inside the cell. The water moves in the cell. Is it clear? Okay. So in this case, in the first case, when the concentration of water is more outside the cell, surely the water moves inside the cell through osmosis. Now here this membrane, this cell membrane is acting as a plasma membrane. So this type of solution is known to be as hypotonic solution. This type of solution is known to be as hypotonic solution, and in this case the cell swells. The cell becomes enlarged in size. Why it is enlarged in size? Because the water goes in. The cell becomes swell. Now this is the best example. When you put some raisins, kishmish, when you put some raisins inside the water, surely they swells. After 2 or 3 hours they swells because the water goes inside. So that is the best. That is this solution is known to be as hypotonic solution. Now the second case. Is the second case B. Now I put the cell in a solution where the concentration is same. That means the concentration in the chamber outside the cell and inside the cell is same. So there is no movement of water. Why there is no movement of water? Because the concentration inside the cell and the concentration outside the cell remains same, and there is no movement of water. So the cell remains same in size. The result of this, the cell remains same in size. Same size. Now here the cell swells. Now this type of solution is known to be as isotonic solution. Isotonic solution. The result of this is the cell remains same in size. Why? Because the concentration inside the cell and the outside the cell remains same. There is no movement of water. There is no osmosis occurs. Now here, the last case, the third case, that is the chamber number C. Now in the case C, I put this cell, the plant cell or the animal cell, in a solution where the concentration of water is low, and inside the cell the concentration of water is high. Now how we can achieve this experiment? We can put the swelled raisins in a sugar solution or in a salt solution. So if we put the swelled raisins, अगर वो फूली हुई किशमिश जो हमने ऑलरेडी वाटर में रखी हुई थी, जो फूली हुई हैं, अगर हम वापस शुगर सॉल्यूशन या फिर सॉल्ट सॉल्यूशन में रखते हैं, तब क्या होता है? तब ये कंडीशन हम अचीव कर सकते हैं. तो वी कैन अचीव दिस कंडीशन. So the concentration outside is very less. The water concentration of water outside is very less, and the concentration of solid is very high. But inside the cell, the concentration of water is more. So I think you can understood here the movement of water. The movement of water is from inside to out. The movement of water from inside to out, and in this case the cell shrinks. In this case the cell shrinks. So in this case the cell shrinks, and this type of solution is known to be as hypertonic solution. HYPER hypertonic solution. So the hypotonic solution, isotonic solution, and hypertonic solution, these are the three categories. These are the three categories of we can classify this solution according to on the basis of the osmosis. So this is the case. Just go through this thing. It is there in your NCERT book also. Now the next thing is the another thing which I am going to tell you about this plasma membrane only, and after that plasma membrane topic is going to be finished. Now the another term is the endocytosis. The word is endocytosis. That means it is a process in which the plasma membrane changes its shape and it takes the other cells inside it. Now this is the best seen in amoeba. I think amoeba is a unicellular organism, as you know, and making the diagram of amoeba is very, very simple. Now making the diagram is very, very simple. Now this is amoeba. Inside there is a nucleus. This is the whole amoeba. Amoeba doesn't have any shape. So here the nucleus is there. Now suppose the amoeba senses the food particle, senses the food outside. Now what would happen? The plasma membrane again changes its shape, and the shape is like this. The shape is like this. It is like the two arms. These are the two arms, but it is false arms because this is the plasma membrane. These extensions are plasma membrane. So we are calling them pseudopodia. False feet. False foot, pseudopodia. So false foot, pseudopodia. So this is the foot. Now afterwards, after some time, these arms are going to cover this foot. These arms are going to cover this foot, and the food is going to be taken inside the amoeba. Now that process of taking food from the amoeba inside the cell, the process is known to be as endocytosis. What the process? The process is known to be as endocytosis. Now, so that is the plasma membrane for you. I cover all the aspects of the plasma membrane in this in the previous video and in this video. Now the next portion of your in your NCERT book is the cell wall. The next portion is the cell wall. So the cell wall. Now, as I told you in the first video that the cell wall is the outer covering. Cell wall is the outer covering of the cell. Cell wall is the outer covering of the cell, and the most important thing, the cell wall is made up of cellulose. Cell wall is made up of cellulose. A cell wall is made up of cellulose. Now, cell wall is the outer covering of an cell. Now, this is the cell wall. Cell wall is the outer covering of the cell, and the most important thing is what the cell wall is. What the function of cell wall is. So the function of the cell wall I am going to explain you. This function of the cell wall is very simple. It provides or it prevents the cell from bursting. It prevents the cell from bursting, and it also prevent the cell from outer attack. The cell wall, the function of the cell wall is to prevent the cell from bursting. Okay, suppose if a cell is placed in a medium where the water concentration is more outside, then what would happen? The water is going to come inside the cell. And if the water is going to come inside the cell, then surely the cell expands. Now this cell wall prevents the cell from bursting, because it becomes like a barrier outside, so it prevents the cell from bursting. So this is what the important thing is. Cell wall is made up of cellulose. It is the outer covering of the cell, and it prevents the cell from bursting. Okay, so the next topic is there in your NCERT book is the nucleus. Now this is very, very important topic. Now we are going to talk about this nucleus. Now, so nucleus is the body inside, or it is an body inside the cell which controls all the activities of the cell. It controls all the activities of the cell. The nucleus. Like in our body, the brain is there. So in the cell, the nucleus is there. So nucleus controls all the activities. I think all of you know how the nucleus. Now, if suppose this is the cell, inside the cell there is a nucleus. So I am going to discuss this nucleus in a little bit detail, and what this nucleus contains, and what that thing is there, and what the function of that thing. I'm going to tell you about this thing. So the nucleus, we are going to talk about this nucleus. Now, as I told you, the nucleus is the main thinking part of the brain. All activities inside the cell is controlled by this nucleus. I am going to draw the structure of the nucleus for you. Just see. Now, the nucleus is a double membrane structure. Nucleus is a double membrane structure. This is the nucleus. Nucleus is a double membrane structure. The nucleus is a double. This is the outer membrane, and this one is the inner membrane. So this is the outer membrane, and then there is an inner membrane, and the space between these two membranes is perinuclear space. Perinuclear space. Now, these small pores are there. In the nucleus there are several small pores are there, and those pores are known to be as nuclear pores. Nuclear pores. Now what is the function of this nuclear pore? Now this nuclear pore allows the material to go inside the cell and outside the cell. These nuclear pores allow the material to go inside the cell or outside the cell. Now we are coming to the different thing.